Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you and your family members are doing good because that is the most important thing, and for rest we are here to talk. So we were following our pattern wise DSA sheet, and in this we were doing recursion topic, and we have discussed about linear, non-linear and divide and conquer recursion in our previous videos. In this video we will learn how can we reverse linked list and stacks using recursion. So definitely we have not learned linked list till now. So when we will learn, we will do these two above questions. But as of now, we have learned about stack. So definitely we can do these two questions, which is reverse stack and delete middle of the stack using recursion. So here is a problem statement, as you can understand from the name itself that you have to reverse the stack. So suppose this is stack you have given 1, 2, 3, 4. So definitely using the iterative approach, there are two methods. Very first is ki why not to use the left and right pointer. Why? Because this very first element we want to push at the last, and last element we want to push at first. So after reversing, like after first iteration, 4 will come here, 2 and 3 will be here, and 1 will come here. Now left and right pointer will point to these two elements, means left plus plus and right minus minus, and then we will swap these two numbers. So this will become 3 and this will become 2, and I can say ki yes, we have reversed it. Correct? Second method is, this was for using two pointer. Second method is, whatever is there in our stack, make a new stack, let's say st1, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this 4 we will pop and we will move this here. Then 3 we will pop, move it here, 2 will pop, move it here, and 1 will pop, move it here, but using extra stack. So definitely we have reversed. But what if we have to remove, means we have to reverse the stack using the single stack, means we are not allowed to take any other stack, means with the same stack can we reverse? Yes, we can, using recursion. Why? Because in the recursion, if you know, it uses its internal stack. So that internal stack we will try saving all our calls, means all our numbers there. First we will pop, and definitely as the recursion maintains its inner stack, so in the inner stack, okay, when we'll pop this, let's name it top variable, so in the top we will save it. So at the first call this will be saved. Now recursively we will call for the second time to pop this, so in the second top variable 3 will be saved. Next time we will pop this 2, so in the third top 2 will be saved, and then top 1 will be saved, and now our inner, like the original stack, will become empty after popping all such elements. Now our task is to reverse it. So definitely we are having the access on this topmost one and not at the 4. So definitely this 4, when we will push it here, this is so correct. But when second 2 will come, and after 1 we will push, and then 3 will push, and then 4 will push, then though we have generated the same stack format, means we have not reversed it. How can we actually reverse it? When the first top has come, we have inserted, it is correct. But now when the 2 has come, 2 is supposed to be inserted at the bottom of the stack. When we will insert at the bottom, definitely I can say it has been reversed. Now when 3 comes, if I am able to insert 3 at the bottom, I can say yes, 1, 2, 3 has been reversed. Similarly 4 at the bottom, so I can say yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 has been reversed. But how can I say? Means initially suppose I have 1. Okay, so now suppose we have to insert 2. So definitely we will pop, and as we have saved our calls in our inner stack, so we will make one more function, and there we will pop and save in the temp variable. So again that inner stack of that second function will store temp 1. Correct? And now when the stack, like real stack, will become empty, we'll push this 2, and going back we will again pop this 1 and push it here. It might look messy, but don't worry, we'll start writing the code, then we will be able to understand what I am saying. But as of now, what we did for the very first function, suppose we have a function where we have a stack. So in the stack, the very first task is pop every element and call the same function recursively. So definitely I will pop and save in my top variable ki st, suppose we have st, so st dot pop, we will pop. After popping we will call the same function with the same st, but definitely at one time the stack will become empty. So to stop we have to write the base case ki if our st is empty, definitely return then and there. Correct? So now after these lines, definitely this though will become empty, and inner stack of this function will look like this. So at the top, like we have 4, 3, 2, 1. But currently at the last call, we have top 1 and we have empty stack. What we want to do? Can I make another call? Means another function, let's say insert at bottom. Why? Because our task is to insert the top elements at the bottom of the stack. So st, and this is top, correct? Why we have not written the same call? Means st dot push top, because we just want to push the same top. We can do, but when we will push this 1, second time we have to push this 2, third time we have to push this 3 and 4. So now you have created same exact input stack, not reversed. So hence we have to make that logic, reverse logic, in another function. That function name is insert at bottom. Okay, so now we will make the another function which is insert at bottom. Insert at bottom. So here we will get a stack, and here we will get, let's say, x instead of top. Okay, so can I push x as it is? Yes, only if my stack is empty. So if my stack dot is empty, means initially it is empty, right? So what we want to put, stack dot push x, and I want to return, correct? This is very simple. Yes, so we have inserted 1. We have inserted 1 here. Now what we want to do? See, as we have inserted, so this call will be returned. Why? Because this will be returned to this function, and after this we have no such line, so this will be returned to the previous function. Previous function means top 2, where I have top 2 and stack was having 1. Now again the another insert at bottom, but with stack 1 and top 2, correct? So at this time it will say, is my stack empty? No, it is not empty. So what I want to do, I cannot push my 2 here. So what I have to do, I have 1 here, correct? So that I want to pop. So for pop, definitely I will make a temporary variable, and from the stack we have to pop. Done. Now can I say stack is empty after popping? So this insert at bottom function will also have its own inner stack where temp1 will get saved. Done? Yes. Now my stack is empty? Yes. But this function will not know, right? What if there are 2 elements? So we want to pop every element. How is it possible? Via calling the recursive function again and again. So after popping, we have to call the insert at bottom function again. Okay. So we will call this function again with the same st and x. Correct? So now it will go and it will say, hey, now currently my stack is empty. I can definitely push my x. What was x? 2. So now this 2 will get inserted here. Correct? Now this 2 has been inserted. If you will not write anything, this will get returned to the call from where it has been called. Can I say? But we should insert 1 also, correct? Otherwise we will miss it. So definitely after this call, we have to write st dot push temp. And now we can return from this statement. So now we will push. So definitely as we have returned, so this will get empty and 1 we will push. So as of now, instead of 2 and 1, it has become 1 and 2, means it has been reversed. Okay. Now, so as we have pushed, so definitely this function will get returned to the original function, which was this. After this, no such line. So this will be get returned to function st, which was this. So this will be removed, and now currently we are present at this where top is 3 and stack was 1 and 2. Remember? But now to stack is 1, 2. How is it possible? See, we are using the same stack by reference. So even this same stack we have changed in this insert at bottom function. So originally it was 2 and 1, but as we have changed this 1, 2 in the insert function, so it will also become 1, 2 by default, because we are using stack's reference and not the copy of the stack. Okay. So now in the insert at bottom function, stack will be this 1, 2 and top will be 3. So now we'll go here to push 3. Again it will check, is my stack empty? No, it is not. So we will pop the stack top value and put in the temp. Again in the inner stack of the insert at bottom function, we will pop 1, we will save here. Again we will pop 2, we will save here. Save here means only calls are getting saved. So definitely the variables will also get saved. Now we'll call this insert function recursively, and at the end, when the stack is empty, we can push our 3. So now we will push 3 at the bottom of the stack. Once we have inserted, we will get returned to the function from where we have called. So where we have called, when my temp was 2. So definitely here we want to save our temp back. So we will save. Again there is no such line, so we will return. We will return to the Same function, so this temp will get removed, and now we are having temp1. This will also get saved, and this temp call will also get removed. Now after inserting everything, this will get back returned to this. Okay, now no such line, so this will get returned back to the function, previous function. Means now no top 3 but with top 4. Again we'll call the function, we'll do iteratively how 1 will get popped, 2 will get popped, 3 will get popped and saved in the inner stack of insert at bottom function. Okay, and now this will get empty, and now as it is empty, so this 4 will get inserted here. And now after inserting, we will get returned to the main function which is inserted bottom. So previously our temp was 3, so 3 will get saved, and now 2 will get saved, and now 1 will get saved after returning. Can I say? Yes. So now this will get returned to the main function which is inserted bottom. No such lines are there, so we will return to this, means we will return to the original function. So this inner stack of main function is also empty now, correct? So at the end we have reversed the original stack. Now don't think 1 2 3 4, no. In the, like, if you see here now, it says the input array represents a stack from bottom to top, last element in the. So here when we have read this like 1 2 3 4, so bottom to top we are reading. So in the original stack it was like this 1 2 3 4. So after reversing, now again when we will read the answer from bottom to top, so it has become 4 3 2 1, means it has been reversed, correct? And if you talk about time complexity, definitely for every number, correct? First we have popped, so O of n, and also here like in the nested call we have called the insert at bottom function, and to make it reverse we are popping everything and then at the end we are pushing, right? So when like to insert first we have not reversed any time, to insert second we have popped here and then insert and then 2 back, correct? Again to insert 3 we have popped and 3 times, 4 times. So for 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, so it is nothing but n square time complexity. Talking about the space complexity, we have used this 2n. Why 2n? Because inner stack of this main function and inner stack of this second function which we have taken for us. Okay, so basically this space complexity we have not used, the inner stack has used. Okay, but the only focus was to learn how recursively we can do the same thing which was possible with the iteration. So understanding these concepts will definitely help us in the DP concept and in the backtracking concepts. So let's write the code for this. So first, if you remember, we have to make a top variable and pop from our stack, correct? We will pop. After popping, like first so we have popped, but we have to pop continuously. So for that we have to call our function, same function which is reverse stack, and in this we will send our stack. But if we will pop continuously, one time it will become empty, right? Means no such element. So if our stack is empty, so we have to write the check, empty check. Okay, if it is empty, we have to simply return. But at line number 9, when we will reach, definitely we would have popped everything out from our stack. Our top variable would have been become 4, 3, 2 and 1. So the top most element is 1, I can say, correct? So and our stack is empty. So first we have top 1 and stack is empty. That's what we want to insert. So for that we will make a function insert at bottom, and here we will send our stack and top variable, means 1. So let's make a function private static, correct, and return type void, and name is insert at bottom, correct. Now we have two parameters, stack of type integer, let's name it s, and integer x. Now when can I push my x in the stack? When my stack is empty. So can I say when my s dot is empty, I can push my x. So s dot push x and return, done. So this I have to push in my stack. Now what? This x I can push when my stack is empty, but what if it is not empty? Means we have to make it empty, means we have to pop and push our elements in the temp variable. So s dot pop. Till when we have to pop? Until it is empty. So continuously we have to call the same insert at bottom function with the s and with the x, correct. But when I will be at line number 20, I can say one thing for sure, ki my x has been inserted in my stack and now I am going back. So before going back, let's save this temp variable in the s. So s dot push temp variable. Okay, and that's it. Again, I'll recommend everyone to just dry run this once again in your copy. Did I miss something? Okay, I think function name is not correct. Okay, and now let's try to submit this code. So it has passed. So this was your Java code, and here is your code in Python if you are from Python background, and here is your code for in C++ if you are from C++ background with the similar approach. So if you have understood this, definitely backtracking and DP is going to be easy for you. So we can mark this question as done. In the next video, we will do delete middle of the stack problem. So I hope you understood. If yes, do let me know in the comment section, and do let me know your thoughts, how you're liking recursion, and what else questions you want me to solve on the recursion topic. And that's it for this video. If you want the sheet link, it will be mentioned in the description. You can check it out. And let's meet in another video with some more interesting questions and topics. So then keep learning, take care of yourself and your family.